Welcome to Rebel Speak and a 5-minute meditation out of the book of Jeremiah. I'm going to just directly let the text speak. Okay, here we go. We are Jeremiah. I do want to say it. Okay. Jeremiah, there was one kingdom, right? They wanted a king. People got a king. There was one kingdom. This king got very harsh and hard-hearted, and God gave the northern kingdom to a different person. But this kingdom sinned quite a bit from all its youth, all its days. This kingdom was called Israel. This kingdom was called Judah. Jeremiah, at this point in the book, this kingdom no longer exists. But Jeremiah is warning the people of Judah that they are not in a good way. Doom is imminent, actually. But in this chapter, he's going to speak. Another name for this northern kingdom was Samaria and Ephraim. Ephraim was, Joseph's son, right? Instead of Joseph, there's two Manasseh and Ephraim. And so Ephraim and Samaria are names for this northern tribe that's been completely eradicated by Samaria. And I want to see this. Long ago, the Lord said to Israel, I have loved you, my people, with an everlasting love. Okay, it's not impermanent. Even when I've dealt with you harshly, it's unto my love for you. It's unto my love. And it's not like a parent saying, this is good for you, and it's not. It's like, no, I'm never abandoning you. With unfailing love, I have drawn you to myself. God is seeking to draw Israel to God's self. This is what this is about. This is about bringing you closer to my heart, not further. I will rebuild you, my virgin Israel. And you could almost say that that's kind of an ironic term, because God's not calling a virgin is one full and ready for life, but very innocent and pure. And Israel is everything but innocent and pure. It's muddied. The language of Scripture is you have muddied your soul in such seemingly permanent ways. And here is this beautiful term of virgin Israel. I see you in your youth. I see you fully renewed. And it just speaks to us that whatever the circumstances we've gone through, God brings us to a genuinely fresh start. We're not forever in our past. God's nature is redemption. And redemption has this way of renewing us, that there's just a fresh start. This is an amazing term. I will rebuild you, my virgin Israel. You will again be happy. This is what the image of youth and of virgins dancing merrily with tambourines. This is what young ladies did in that beautiful season prior to marriage, where there's just so much potential of beauty of life to come. And they're out there happy and dancing merrily with tambourines. Again, you will plant your vineyards on the mountains of Samaria. Okay, Samaria is long gone. This is God addressing a people long gone. The promise here is that you can be so removed from God's purpose of your life that it looks like it could never be made right. It could never be made right. And in these few verses, God is referencing things and people that are completely destroyed and saying, no, you will be happy again. You will dance merrily again, and you will plant vineyards. And there's so much in that image and symbolism, okay? Planting vineyards. Planting vineyards vineyards represent wine and joy and dance and delight and refreshment and life not so overly burdened that we never can have a fun moment. But you planting, that represents health and well-being financially. It's referenced many times in Scripture, where the sign of the culture working well is that I have my land and I'm able to grow crops on my land and I'm able to live out of the goodness of the land that God has given me. And that's you who, it's not just speaking to the southern kingdom that's in rebellion and about to be displaced and sent out in exile. It's speaking to a people that are nowhere to be found. And this to me is just delightful. You will plant your vineyards on the mountains of Samaria and eat from your own gardens there. This is a sign of life. You might be in situations and circumstances where you feel like you have no independence, you have no means. And God says, no, I'm the God that can restore means and independence even to Samaria, even to a people that have been fully plundered, such that the nation no longer exists. I can restore life and land to you. The day will come when watchmen will shout from the hill country of Ephraim. That's another reference to that no longer existing northern country. Come, let us go up to Jerusalem to worship the Lord our God. You're at home. You're restored. I love that. It also says, version doesn't say it, but again, you will be built. I will rebuild you. It has actually in that virgin daughter, you will be built and I will rebuild you. It has this double sense of where we have fallen apart. You know, they talk about bones. I don't know if it's true or not, but that if you break a bone, it's stronger. There's this thing that God's like, I'm coming in and I'm restoring you in a complete and full way because I'm God and I can do just that. I'm capable of doing that. So I speak restoration to every weary place in you. I speak hope, and I want to encourage you to grow your confidence in God, that not only does God forgive, but he redeems and restores places long devastated, bringing them back to life, back to meaning, back to purpose, back to financial wholeness and well-being. God bless you.